Welcome back to the You Liked That podcast. Once again, episode 3. Thank you for joining us once again. I'll be hosting today. My name is Adam.
My name's Jack.
And we have just come back from viewing Sonic the Hedgehog, the live-action movie of the famous Sega series. That was just a fine movie.
Dude,
Just straight
this
into it.
episode's called Spinning Something Out of Nothing because
Basically,
it's just a movie.
it was
Pretty good. I liked it quite a lot.
It was a decent movie. Like,
Within the last year, there are 2 kids' movies that I should hate that I actually quite liked. It's Aladdin and now this. I actually quite like this movie quite a bit.
it was different. It was expected but not expected. The way it was, I just kind of wanted to watch it because it was Sonic.
Yeah.
And
It's better than it has any right to be.
It's just a good family movie.
Yeah.
You put it down to you won't go to this movie and be like, oh, I just want to see Sonic. Just take your kids there, take your nieces, nephews, whatever.
Yeah.
Just have a fun little family session.
It's weird that it came out like it's 15 years too late because the Sonic craze is over. Way over.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a good get. Like, Sonic Mania is incredible and everyone should go and buy that so they make a second one. But that's just like the old games.
Yeah, it's never been any, massive games coming back into the series to sort of launch it back into, mainstream media and all that. It's just sort of like, well, everyone still knows who Sonic is.
Yeah, because there's plenty of memes about that really bad one.
Yes.
From the PlayStation 3 era.
Yeah, there's that, and then there was also the teaser to this movie when this first got announced with that trailer of the original looking Sonic, how they wanted to make this movie.
And now that in and of itself is a big conspiracy because everyone's like, well, the studio just...
Was it just marketing?
Yeah. They were just like, oh, look, we listened to our fans and we remade it. And watching this, there's some fucking water to that because it looks good.
It does.
And the delay was, I don't know how long these things take, but it was only like 4 months or something.
It wasn't long for them to completely go back.
And it looks super finished. They didn't half-ass anything. No. It's a really good-looking movie.
It's a good-looking movie. They definitely did well with it.
The only dodgy parts is when James Marsden, whatever his character's name is, I've already forgotten. Tom. He has to pick him up. And you can tell, like, that's always going to be a problem in CG / live action. But when he picks him up, you can tell, like, they were shooting desperately from, like, trying not to show his actual arms holding nothing.
Yeah, it definitely had those issues. But
otherwise, the big set pieces and stuff, it all looks really nice. It's quite nice to look at.
It's a nice movie to look at.
Yeah.
We'll just give you a quick spoiler-free run-through now because, obviously, this is the first episode of us going into a movie that's just been released.
Yeah, we don't have numbers or anything because it literally came out 24 hours ago.
Yeah, we'll provide you with what we can, but it's maybe a much shorter episode just due to we're coming straight from the cinemas.
And there's also just not that much to talk about.
And there's not much of a talking point. We just sort of thought, fuck it, Sonic. We'll make something out of it. It'll work, and it's a good idea to give you guys if you should see it or not. So we'll give you this little spoiler-free run-through of the film and then kind of give you a spoiler ending to it.
Not really anything.
There's not much to it. It's a weird one for us today. But yeah, so Sonic the Hedgehog, directed by Jeff Fowler, starring James Marsden as Tom, Jim Carrey as Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, and the voice of Ben Schwartz doing Sonic the Hedgehog. Really the only main 3 people you need to know about in this movie. They're the only real people on the screen.
Yeah.
So Ben Schwartz, I love this guy.
He's great.
Internet sensation through College Humor and all that, and I've followed his stuff for a long time, and I've always loved this guy. He's just a weird guy that you wouldn't expect to see in big films, but in something like this where he's lending his voice to a big film, works really well. I think his voicing of Sonic was perfect.
Yeah.
It was.
So I only know him as John Ralphio from Parks and Rec, where he just like sings everything. So he's done a really good job.
Yeah, he definitely gave that childlike-ish voice that Sonic needed. Nothing serious, something very
kids can run around and quote it and do the voice.
Yeah, it's something silly that's not a normal person's voice, but it's very close to Ben Schwartz's actual voice. James Marsden was fine. I'll put it down to just fine.
Yeah, well, he's acting by himself for most of it. Like, he's acting to a CG thing, and he's doing the best he could.
Which can be hit and miss for some people if they're working on a CGI product, but
he's great. He's got some funny lines. It's pretty well written. There was some funny bits.
Honestly, for a family,
there's some good lines that I actually got a chuckle out of.
Yeah, it was a guilty shame. Yeah, a bit of a chuckle. I'll take a bit of a chuckle. Jim Carrey.
Oh my god.
The dude just can't do wrong.
He is unbelievable. And the direction for him on this one was just go full Carey. Because he's insane.
You get the full Carey treatment.
It's like full on like the Riddler. Like, he is insane.
Yeah.
He is just going for it. And
you just get brief glimpses of
such a joy to watch,
that he does. And you're like, I fucking missed this.
It's such a joy to watch. He's just going all in, just like overacting times 10, everything. Just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Knowing that
his face, he's really emoting with his crazy face as well. Like,
it's just like that over psychotic smart guy because he knows he's the smartest guy in the room, but he's just fucking.
He's also just fucking so unhinged.
Yeah, and he's very unhinged, and he has glimpses of very sad and chaotic past to his upbringing and shit, and there's little glimpses where you're like, oh, that's a bit dark, but it's still kind of funny.
And then he'll just he'll slide in a funny line or something and just it brings it back down.
Yeah, it was very, very nice to see him in a movie like this again where he can just be an absolute fucking idiot.
That was the main draw for this for me. It's I'm the biggest Jim Carrey fan in the world, and each scene was just okay, when is Jim Carrey coming back? When is he going to get another scene? Yeah, and they give him so much.
That's the good thing. There was enough of just him with himself doing his thing, and it was just a fucking joy to watch because coming into a movie like this and you see it, you're like, wow, he's a big time actor.
He's going to be phoning it in,
Are they going to, give him a shit script to work on, where he's got fucking nothing to even bring himself to? Which just absolutely wasn't the case.
No,
he came into it. I guess he knew that he could just kill this character.
And the script is pretty strong, but you can tell he's doing a lot.
There's definitely it definitely would not stand out as much if it wasn't Jim Carrey portraying the character.
And he looks great. He just looks great. His costume and stuff. He looks really
schmick.
Just great. He just looks really good.
He's a very good looking man. So yeah, there's the overall, plot to this movie is it's not massive, it's not too thin, but it's enough for children to comprehend.
We're talking The Last of Us. We're talking Logan and now Sonic. It's a road trip movie of a guy in a truck protecting a small thing.
That's it. You
can directly quote me on comparing this movie to Logan and The Last of Us. I'm asking you.
Hold you to it now. So when you see Logan and Last of Us, you see Sonic as well.
It's in the same echelon.
But
really, the premise is it's just a small buddy road trip movie going from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Some things happen along the way.
It's minor hiccups in the road. I think it's
pretty simple.
It's exactly what a children's movie plot should be.
Yeah.
It's not overloaded with small subplots trailing away from.
There's no greater world or anything to worry about.
It's straightforward. Here to there. This is what you get.
But it's interesting enough for two 27-year-olds to just go, yeah, that was quite fun to watch.
Yeah,
that was good.
It was in a very wet and damp Charlotte cinema, which irked me most of the time.
That's very strange.
I even sitting I'm just I don't feel dry sitting here now. I've driven home and I'm like, I feel wet still.
It must be the shit they used to clean it, because I was just it did feel wet. I know exactly what you mean.
I'm trying to concentrate on this movie, and then in one fucking sense I'm like, it just smells really fucking bad in here. Like someone just let their wet dog run around and fucking go, here you go, just play with the seats and we'll clean it later.
It was weird. It was a midday on a Friday, and there were other people in the theatre.
There were a few people in the theatre, and
I couldn't see the demographic. We got in and it was already dark, so I couldn't really see
I think from what I saw, I don't believe there was any children.
There was one dude our age just sitting by himself. He must have been the same as us. Just Jim Carrey, Sonic.
Yeah,
we grew up in the 90s.
That's it.
Yeah.
there's really not a whole lot of talking points.
I think it'll do pretty well, actually.
Yeah, it's a movie. It only estimated cost was about $90 million for its budget, which for a full half CGI movie,
there's
like
lots of CGI. Yeah,
you know, it's
they had to
standard.
redo it.
Correct.
Tinfoil hat on.
Yeah.
They didn't have to fucking do that.
Did they redo
that first trailer?
That's I think that's the biggest talking point to sort of make about this movie is how it came to be, and you know, if it is in fact true that it was their original concept, was that original trailer we did get where it was the weird humanoid looking.
It was like they'd never seen a photo of Sonic before. They just heard a description of him and were like,
they just heard a blue hedgehog and gone, oh yeah, we can make that.
We'll try with that.
And or is it just a massive marketing plot to try and generate more hype behind the movie and saying, yeah, no, that is what it looked like. We'll go back and change it, because usually when a company does something that a majority of the audience don't like, they won't fix it.
They're just like, yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, they're going,
the audience is wrong. Watch it.
Don't watch it. I can't.
We get our money anyway.
When it all happened, they said, all right, we'll go back to the drawing board and we'll fix it all. We'll get people in to redesign him and make it look better. And I've gone, I really can't think of anyone else that has done that in a big time company to actually listen to the audience and go, yeah, fuck it, we'll scrap it and do it again.
Yeah, no. And that's what makes me think it didn't happen, because studios are horrible. And
yeah. And it's not like you're trying to get $1 billion movie.
No, they know, yeah. This is not an Avengers killer.
No. They know they'll just get, maybe 300-400 mil, max maybe, and, have
parents
back themselves on mostly merchandise sales.
Probably, yeah.
Going to be what they're going to aim for anyway, because it's a very marketable, very merchandisable character.
But unlike Power Rangers, I think they gave more of a shit, because it's such a more complete movie. It's quite fan servicey, like.
Yeah,
it's very competent, whereas Power Rangers was just like, we don't fucking care.
Yeah, and it's very, like, the fan service is weird, because it's like, it is like a subtle fan service sort of thing, but I feel like that comes into the play of redesigning Sonic to be now.
I was kind of hoping there'd be more, because I just grew up on those games. So I was just like, I was hoping, like, the Mushroom World he's talking about, that's the first level in Sonic 3. There's, like, names and stuff. The Green Hill theme doesn't come in until the very end. It's just like a slow piano version. Yeah. It's not over the top.
Yeah, and it's different for, a series like Sonic, where it has been around for a long time, and there's a lot of games to go off in that, but it's not on like Mario level.
No, whereas they've just released the same thing.
Yeah, it's I'm not
sure I understand.
Oh, we have a guest.
The fuck, Siri? You're not invited to this podcast.
Siri is our guest today.
Very apologies there, guys. Siri's just jumping in, wanting to fucking talk about Sonic 2. It's a subtle fan service, and it's enough that comes into the mid-credit scene, which we'll get onto in a little bit. But yeah, there's enough there to satisfy.
I was never bored. People. I wasn't bored for 1 second of this movie. I enjoyed all of it.
I from the start, I was a little bit upping and down, but as it progressed through, I was like, just a fun little movie, isn't it?
Some of the dialogue you have to remember, like, it is for kids. Like, when he was going on about all his friendship and stuff, I was like, this is a bit much, but a kid will...
That's where I had to drag myself back, being like, okay, this is a movie that is demographed at families and children.
And some of, like, the slapstick humor and stuff. It's just like, all right, that's for kids.
Yeah, there's a few things where like, that is funny, and it's like, okay, kids will laugh at that. Yeah. Me, not so much. So once you draw yourself back and be like, okay, no, it is a kid's movie. Let's remember that. You do get a good movie out of it. So... I think all you can say is like, it was a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, you can enjoy yourself. You can take your kids to it. They'll love it.
Yeah, kids will like it. If you like Sonic, this is totally fair and fine.
Yeah,
you won't be disappointed.
No, you're not going to get a blockbuster film. You're just going to get something.
Or just wait until all the Jim Carrey bits are on YouTube and just watch that. Because Jim Carrey
that'll be a fucking great compilation.
Fucking unbelievable in this movie. In every movie, but especially like he's so good in this.
You wait for him to come back and just be an absolute flop of a person. You see him in the media and that, and he's like, everyone's going, oh, he's going downhill and all this shit. And then you see him in this, you're like, he's the same dude. He's always been.
Jim Carrey. He's
This
just
is
doing
the
a
same
bit.
guy. He's just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. Yeah, so that's the spoiler-free part, I guess. It's just a fun movie. So
yeah, it's not much to spoil, but if you care, I suppose.
If you don't care, listen to this next part. There's still not too much to spoil. Obviously, you just have Sonic is on Earth now after going through his ring portals to find a new safe place to live because of his powers, which is the big thing in any movie.
The power of friendship is what rules them all.
Power of friendship. That's all it is.
That's what saves the day.
Befriends this local town cop who doesn't know he exists yet, just sort of stalks him in the background, and because obviously he can't be seen in that, and just wants to try and get home now after letting off a massive power surge that shuts down fucking half of the United States, as it fucking sounds like.
Yeah.
And you have a very childlike government that don't seem to take this very seriously.
That was very weird. They were super cartoony.
It was very straight up like, yeah, no, these people said they didn't do it. Let's call the weird science guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
That was the only really weird bit that I was like, all right, that's just like...
That's the real child part coming out
kids,
of it, where you don't need the kids to know that the fucking government are pieces of shit and fucking would treat this like any sort of terrorist attack. It's just, it's just a straight road trip movie. Spoiler wise, it's even weird to even make it try and spoil a part out of this. Yeah,
not really. He doesn't go to another planet. Friendship saves the day.
Yeah, there's no big characters that come into it throughout the movie. You're just getting from point A to point B. You're getting that power of friendship to save the day, defeat the villain, and everything's all happy days.
I really like those scenes where everything like stops, like the Days of Future Past, sort of stuff, and he does like all the stuff. Where everyone stopped, but he's like zooming around. And I thought they looked really cool.
Yeah, and there were a good amount of them too.
Yeah,
there were a good amount of moments where you had the bar fight at the start, and everything slows down, and that was just comedic in itself.
Yeah.
Going through all these tough bikey bar type guys, and he's just playing around with these ones, changing this, changing that, and it's all just slowed down, and then finger clicks, everything's back to normal speed, and it's all just 5
It's
seconds.
edited really well, like the way it all happens at once. Like, I don't know, it just looked really cool.
It did.
It's been done before, done better. Like Days of Future Past has the best one.
Yeah.
But this still had the really cool ones.
Done it really well. Done it multiple times, and it capitalized on it really well. It gave a good actiony feel to it.
Yeah.
Sort of slowed down the action, but what action there was decent enough.
Otherwise, it would have just been like a CG blurry mess.
Yeah.
They had to do something like that.
A blue CG mess.
Yeah.
So other than that, there's not too much else going on in this movie at all, other than just getting from that point A to point B, getting Sonic's rings back so that he can go to another planet, the Mushroom Planet, as it's constantly referred to, because it's just a planet full of mushrooms.
And in the games, the rings don't do anything. Like you just collect your
rings.
You
just
but in this,
rings.
In this, they were like,
at least
we'll give them a purpose.
Yeah, that's I think that's good. They were able to bring the rings back into it and give them some sort of purpose, which I think was fine the way they did it. It makes sense in a way. It's like a Doctor Strangey.
Yeah.
Type
that looks cool as well. That effect looks really cool as well.
Yeah.
They do some cool shots with that.
Great shots on that as well.
But there's no like overarching, we're going to make this a franchise sort of thing until the end.
Yeah.
Which shows they're like, maybe it'll make money, maybe it won't. And we won't look stupid if it doesn't make money and we don't make a sequel.
Yeah, and they could always just make a little spin-off movie or
30
something.
little 30-second button.
So movie ends of just they defeat Dr. Robotnik, send him through to the portal to the Mushroom Planet, and the end of it there you get the cool-looking Jim Carrey shaving his head with the blown-up mustache.
Full Eggman, yeah.
Full Eggman type mustache, and you go, all right, that's more fan service there. Because you got a different Dr. Robotnik through the movie, and now you're getting that hint of he's still just a crazy motherfucker, and he's just shaved his head now for whatever reason. His mustache is blown up, massively out of proportion, and looks cool. And even in that end scene, he's just absolute fucking
Just
case
hamming it
still.
up. Yeah, he's just going for it.
Making jokes to mushrooms and throwing around a fucking rock that has a face. It's just
And he's just
prime
by
video.
himself, and they're just like, "All right, Jim, just go.
Yeah.
For it. Just go for it. Just scream."
Yeah, here's a green screen. Just do shit. Just jump around.
I love that. That's so great. I
fucking
love watching
brilliant.
that.
And you get a mid-credit scene, which you have Tails coming through a portal in the ring, looking for Sonic, and you go, all right.
All right.
There's-
Probably a sequel
There's
if it makes money.
plans.
Yeah.
They can do it. They're going to bring in another character, another big character to the franchise. So it opens up possibilities at the end of the day. As said, I do believe as well this movie will make money.
Yeah.
I'd reckon enough to warrant a sequel.
If the reviews get out and everyone's just like, yeah, it's pretty good, I
Yeah.
think that'll make its money back.
I think even at the moment from like day one release, the reviews aren't even looking, terrible. I think, what have we got?
General consensus is, yeah, it's
Rotten Tomatoes are given 65%.
so that's quite good.
It's actually not bad. So it's actually been given a 93% audience score
Jesus.
through Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that makes sense.
So, but even on a critic standpoint, to get 63%
That's
for a
pretty good.
child CGI movie,
Yeah.
that sort of tells you,
And I think everyone's just going to go into it accepting that it is just a kid's movie, like whatever.
that's it. You just
I know we're saying that as two people who talk for an hour and a half about a Power Rangers movie.
I know, and you're not going to get that much out of it in this one. This is just a quick one to get after the cinema because
it's not
just
bad.
a fun movie,
Yeah.
and we recommend this movie 100%. And there's not talking points in it, so you don't have a
It's not offensive. It's not cringy. It's not
no.
horrifying like
You go
Cats
into
or something.
basically you can go into this movie knowing what you're going to get out of it
Yeah,
at the end of
exactly
the day.
right.
You're just going to have a fun little movie.
It's
'Cause
short.
All these movies end the same, and yeah, it's
It's
short.
only like an hour and 20 because it's a kids movie. It's
Yeah.
just like you can't get the kids still. For that
No,
long.
no kid's going to sit in the
So
cinema.
it's like,
2
ah,
hours.
here, this, and this. You're out.
Yeah, no, it's enough for the kids to go on. And yeah, so even day one critics are saying, yep, it's a go. We're saying, yep, it's a go.
Yeah. End of the day, it's good.
It's good. It's just
Good.
It's
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It has high potential to be something bigger. I think with the response from everyone when they brought out that alleged redesign, saying, "Yep, this is now what it looks like." Haha, we've been keeping it in the bag for 4 months. They produced something really well. A good iteration of Sonic to be in a live action movie. Yeah.
You never expected to say that in the year 2020.
No, when we said we're going to see this movie, I was like, okay, this is my initial thought was just straight up, we're just not going to like it.
Yeah.
There's just
Well,
gonna
that was
be-
kind of the idea. We were like, I don't know, maybe it'll be funny. Like it'll be funny.
It'll
bad.
have its moments, and maybe there'll be more that we can talk about to say why it was bad, but you just can't.
It's just a good movie.
It's a great CGI movie.
I liked it.
And I think it's just really fucking short for us, but
This could just be like a bonus, I guess.
we'll give you this as a bonus.
Well,
day
fucking
one
people are
release.
still telling me that it's too long. It's just like,
I
what do you
know.
want?
This is still too long. Go fuck yourself. 'Cause the next one is going to be longer because I know we got definite divided opinions on this next movie. So I'm very intrigued to get involved on this one. So
We just call this one a bonus.
we'll give you this episode 3
Whatever.
a bonus.
Yeah, it's still going to be episode 3.
I guess
We
call
still
it.
paid money to go and see it and
Yeah.
do a bit of work of sitting here and talking about it.
Yeah, I still have to edit one part of a thing now, but it doesn't matter. We're happy to bring it out and bring out as much as we can for you guys. So we'll call this one episode 3 a live reaction to Sonic, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, that's.
But even if we did watch it twice a week ago, I feel like we would still have the same opinion.
yeah,
Because it's so inoffensive. It's so just its own little thing.
yeah, it doesn't have any points
It's
where you can just go
enjoyable,
back
yeah.
and be like, "Oh, after watching that a second time, I have this
Actually,
opinion
yeah.
on it now." No,
I honestly don't think you'll
No,
get
no.
anything out of repeat.
no, I
viewings.
think I can happily say when I'd buy this movie and watch it and be like, "Yep, that's."
I'll
still-"
probably watch it again when it hits whatever it hits.
And I feel
Disney
like
Plus
for you,
again.
that's a big thing.
Fucking over this. I don't watch movies ever.
He doesn't watch movies. Coming
For
from
someone
a
who
guy,
loves movies, I fucking hate movies.
yeah,
So-
coming from a guy on a podcast whose main focus is on movies that we watch. Don't watch movies.
I am who I am.
That's right. And we can accept that for you. All right, guys.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening to this very quick podcast. Sonic the Hedgehog, great movie. Go see it in cinemas now. Keep sending us feedback on all these episodes. This will be a bit different. It doesn't matter. Have a quick listen to it. See what you reckon. Let us know if you see it, what you thought. And we'll see you very soon for episode 4.
It will be very soon, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
hopefully, maybe Sunday.
Probably, yeah, a couple of days. Or whenever you're listening to this.
Whenever it could be. It'll be in very, very soon. And it is going to be a fucking fun one to discuss. So, again, guys, thank you.
For one of us. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the You Like That podcast. Follow us on all the socials now. We'll have a link below. I'm Adam.
I am Jack.
And we will see you very shortly.
Very good.